2, 1, start. The appellant, having lost the battle for getting her Stridhan back from her husband, the first respondent herein before the learned magistrate on the ground that the claim preferred under Section 12 of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 was not entertainable as she had ceased to be an aggrieved person under Section 2 of the 2005 Act, and further that the claim as put forth was barred by limitation, preferred an appeal before the learned additional sessions judge, who concurred with the view expressed by the learned magistrate, and being determined to get her lawful claim, she, despite the repeated non-success, approached the High Court of Tripura, Agartala, in Criminal Revision Number 19 of 2014 with the hope that she will be victorious in the war to get her own property, but the High Court, without much analysis, declined to interfere by passing an order with austerity, possibly thinking lack of reasoning is equivalent to a magnificent virtue, and that had led the perturbed wife to prefer the present appeal by special leave. Prior to the narration of facts which are essential for adjudication of this appeal, we may state that the 2005 Act has been legislated, as its preamble would reflect, to provide for more effective protection of the rights of the women guaranteed under the Constitution who are victims of violence of any kind occurring within the family or for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. The 2005 Act is a detailed act. The dictionary clause of the 2005 Act, which we shall advert to slightly at a later stage. The definition of domestic violence covers a range of violence which takes within its sweep economic abuse, and the words economic abuse, as the provision would show, has a many a facet. Regard being had to the nature of the legislation, a more sensitive approach is expected from the courts where under the 2005 Act no relief can be granted. It should never be conceived of, but before throwing a petition at the threshold on the ground of maintainability, there has to be an apposite discussion and thorough deliberation on the issues raised. It should be borne in mind that helpless aggrieved person under the 2005 Act approaches the court under the compelling circumstances. It is the duty of the court to scrutinize the facts from all angles, whether a plea advanced by the respondent to nullify the grievance of the aggrieved person is really legally sound and correct. The court of law is bound to uphold the truth which sparkles when justice is done. Before throwing a petition at the threshold, it is obligatory to see that the person aggrieved under such a legislation is not faced with a situation of non-adjudication, for the 2005 Act, as we have stated, is a beneficial as well as affirmative enactment for the realization of the constitutional rights of women and to ensure that they do not become victims of any kind of domestic violence. Presently, to the narration of the facts, The marriage between the appellant and the respondent number 1 was solemnized on 27/11/2005 and they lived as husband and wife. As the allegations proceed, there was demand of dowry by the husband including his relatives, and demands not being satisfied, the appellant was driven out from the matrimonial home. However, due to intervention of the elderly people of the locality, there was some kind of conciliation, as a consequence of which both the husband and the wife stayed in a rented house for 2 months. With the afflux of time, the husband filed a petition seeking judicial separation before the family court, and eventually the said prayer was granted by the learned judge. Family court. After the judicial separation on 22/5/2010, the appellant filed an application under Section 12 of the 2005 Act before the Child Development Protection Officer (CDPO), District Inspector, Social Welfare and Social Education, Agartala, Tripura West, seeking necessary help as per the provisions contained in the 2005 Act.